Russell, 0-0. What did you make of that in the end?
Yeah, I'm disappointed we didn't win because I thought the guys were great. So I was really proud of the performance they showed, the desire, the fight, everything we were questioned about on midweek, really. So after a difficult week, the response in that sense was amazing. If we can then show a little bit more composure at times and make the most of that. But I love the fight, I love the spirit, especially some guys that haven't played as much as they want recently. I love their reaction, their response. So I felt like the guys were hungry and aggressive. And we kept a clean sheet, a bit disappointed not to win the game, but I think it was an important performance after midweek.
Did you feel it was a team that were starting to grow in confidence as the game progressed?
Yeah, I really liked the end of the first half. I felt we spent a lot of time in their final third. As the game wore on, a lot of it was spent in the middle of the pitch. It got a bit scrappy, which I think these games do at times. But yeah, I thought the lads they were desperate to win the game, and that's all I wanted to see, is hunger, desire to run for each other, to properly show that they're a team and they're together, and they did all of that.
Is it just a case now of creating more clear-cut chances? Would that be fair in terms of that was maybe slightly lacking today?
Yeah, from both teams. So we had the most shots in the league before today, and it doesn't feel like that at times, but we need to create more. But today was about giving us a base to build off and a platform to build off that we need to live all the time without the ball, and that was so much better. So I said to them, if they can do that, the rest will take care of itself. With that mentality, that desire, the football will then take care of itself. So there was a lot of stuff we can improve on with the ball, but in the circumstances and how the game was this week and how important it was for everyone, I'm proud of them.
Was that key going into the game about that approach and making sure that you were mentally right but also physically right out there?
Yeah, I think after midweek, the one thing we had to really focus on was defending properly and being way more aggressive against the ball and actually taking the ball and following runners. And so I was really pleased with the guys with that stuff.
How do you use this as something to build on then?
Yeah, so I said to the players in there, we keep a clean sheet. We showed a level of fight and intensity that is much better than what we have done already this season, and it's where they need to live all the time now. So we need to hold each other accountable for that. And we're 6 points off the top of the league. So we have to hunt now. We have to really hunt. We have to turn today's performance into a win in the next game. We have a reset now. And I think the players are proud of what they did today. They're disappointed of not to win the game, which I like, and we all are. But now we have to move forward.
What do you go back and review now from the first 4 league games and your experience in Europe that you can take in after the international break?
Everything. It's been the most intense 9 weeks in terms of how many games we've had to do, the amount of uncertainty around players, new recruits coming in and trying to adapt to this club, which is not easy sometimes. So we have a chance to take a breath, to do some proper work, to analyse everything and really focus on stuff that's going to help us moving forward.
I know we've spoken about it a lot, obviously the focus and the pressure on you. Do you think today starts to turn things that people can see some of the positives and it's stuff you can build on?
Well, I hope that they saw the players were running for them, for each other, for us, the coaching staff, fighting for everything. But I can't control that, so I'll just control the work that we do. I feel really well supported by the ownership group and everyone at the club and the training ground, the staff and the players. I feel like they so want this to work and succeed. And then over time, we just need to win football matches for the outside of the club, the supporters, everyone else to feel the same way. So my focus will keep impacting in the building and make sure we build on this.
How good has it been to have the owners over and to address you and the team and the players?
Yeah, I don't feel like I needed it because they've been amazing. Like the chats we have on the phone, we speak regularly. Kevin, Patrick here, everyone else. So it wasn't like a necessity for me, but I think it was so important for the players and the staff to hear them speak, to talk about what's gone on at the club previously, how they view it, and how they view it moving forward as well. And speaking to a few of the senior players yesterday, they felt it was needed, and it's not happened since they've been here. And I felt a lightness in the players after that, so I'm really pleased they followed it with a performance for them that was full of so much courage and fight. And now we need to add a little bit of quality and composure in certain areas, and if we do, we've got a really exciting time ahead.
How close are you to doing that?
Today showed me we're a lot closer, so we will focus on some bits after today that will help us moving forward. But that level of aggression, intensity and desire means we'll get much closer, much quicker.
What about incomings then? How close are you to that?
I think we're close to a couple. I also think Cyril's probably played his last game for the club, and he's been great. He's been great the whole time he's been here, so he goes with everyone's best wishes. Obviously things can change in football, but it looks likely, and we'll have 2 guys at least in the building, and we'll see what happens outside of that.
in terms of Cyril Dessers, is it a case of he wants to go, or you want to sell him, or there's an opportunity?
I think it's great for everyone. It's good business for us. It's good for him and at the stage he's at in his career. So as I said, he goes with everyone's best wishes.
Nico Raskin, is the same for him? Is he? Would you expect him to leave the club?
I don't know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours or whatever with the rest of our guys. So I just want to focus on the team that we had today in the squad, and they were great.
Is he part of your long-term plans? Because there's been a lot kicking off in the background, or a lot of talk in the background. It's just in terms of clarity, is he part of your long-term plans?
I just want to focus on the energy on the squad today. They were great. I'm really proud of them. They showed real togetherness, spirit and fight, and they ran for each other and played for each other.
Is that something that he has maybe not been doing, and that shows what your team can do with him not in the squad?
I'm just really proud of the players today.
What about Chermiti? Is he close to being in the building?
Well, I only spoke to Kevin this morning, so I haven't had a chance to catch up since, but I think it's the one we're really hopeful of concluding and getting done.
What's your analysis on today's game?
I think a positive for us is obviously we didn't concede. I think over the course of the beginning of the season we've been difficult to beat, and that's always what you want in a team, so you show that resilience and coming to Ibrox, no matter when it is, it's always a tough place to come. So to come and not concede a shot on goal is really good. My overall feeling is that the game is of low quality. We had only a couple of shots on target. They didn't have any, and yeah, it wouldn't have been a great watch. Sometimes these aren't these games. They're as I said, because of the intensity and the passion, and sometimes the fear that can be in the games. But I think overall we looking at ourselves. We like what I felt for a wee period. We need to be much more creative and find ways to be that.
You mentioned the word energy to me before the game. Is that something that was lacking, or was it more about quality?
Well, I think first I said to the boys at half time, it's we need to be much better than that. We we're being too direct when we can make that pass to get out of trouble. Little actions that we're very good in, 3v2s, 4v3s. It's just putting the risk in the game. Instead of playing sideways or backwards, play forward, make the short pass. Instead of getting rid of the ball, pass it. So it's easier said than done in the environment. But again, I looked at 12 months ago and we were really fast and dynamic, and I hope that in the next 24 hours we can get the support to the squad that can give us that opportunity to be that again.
With the greatest respect into those out there, would it be fair to say then it does need a refresh just to bring back a bit more?
There's absolutely no doubt, and that's respectful to the guys that are here, because they need it. Any team needs that. You look at some of the guys who have been 4 solid years playing many games and big games. The guys that will come in this season, Bally and Benji and these guys, they'll get better. We've lost really important players that connected the game for us. So we have a lot of work to do, but we need the competition in the squad and the creativity in the squad in order for us to take the game to the level that we would want to. So hopefully next 24 hours we can do that.
Is that the difficulty or the frustration that you're having to do it now 4 games in? Or 4 league games in?
Listen, we would want to do it beforehand, of course, as a coach, but if we've made this start to the season defensively strong, if we can get that creativity in over the next 24 hours, then that'll set us up for this next number of months through to January. So that's hopefully we can do that.
How busy do you expect to be tomorrow then?
Well, I'll speak to the guys obviously later when we finish. It's clearly the plan to be. We want to pad out the squad with more quality, more speed, more creativity, and we hope we can do that.
Dahlberg, is that something that's getting closer, or what's the latest on that?
I don't know. Look, as I said, I'll speak to the guys afterwards on where we're at. But I think there's a number of areas that we need to freshen up, and I'm hopeful that we can do that.
I know we spoke about Adam Ida before the game, but is that one that you expect to be done this evening or tomorrow?
I would think so, but I'll get an update after here today. So yeah, Can't answer any more than that.
Fair enough. Just finally then, would you expect to be in a much better place by the time you come back from the international break in terms of having that spark back in the team?
Yeah. It's natural. You know, we've got players here that have been here, some of them a long time, and great guys and working well. But any player will tell you, and coach and manager, that feeling of going into a game, knowing that you're going to score goals and have that creativity, it's great for your own team. It puts fear in the other team. And what we've shown over the course of this early part of the season is that that side of our game needs to improve. So I'm pretty sure it will do. Like I say, it's a big 24 hours for us as a club, and if we can do that, then we can then push on after the international break.